All right, let's do a quick test on this. Can you hear me? All right, let's do a quick test on this. Can you hear me? Perfect. All right, guys, I want to go over cardology, what it is, the basics, the spread, and I'm really just, going off a lot of Robert Camp's work, Alexander Dunlop, one of my teachers, and a bunch of the different books that I have as well. But let's, first let's give you a quick little intro to cardology. So, mainly what cardology is, it's a study of using playing cards to help understand your purpose, your life spread, the energy that comes to you every day, every year, and basically how to play the spread that you were dealt at birth correctly or right. There's bad ways to play your cards, and there's great ways to play the cards that you were dealt. We weren't all dealt the same hand in life, but we have a spread, and we have to learn how to play our cards correctly. So, a little bit about our playing cards. So, our ordinary player cards, playing cards that you see in a poker deck, they are really a mathematical model for our calendar system here on Earth. So, there's 52 cards in a deck, and there's 52 weeks in a year. There are four suits, there are four seasons. There are 13 cards in each suit, there are 13 weeks in each season. There's also 13 lunar cycles in a year. When you add up all the values for the cards in each suit, it gives us 91. There are 91 days in each season. When you combine those 91 days in each season, we get 364. And the Joker is four suits plus himself, so he equals one and a quarter. When we add that to 364, we get 365 days and a quarter year, and a quarter day. When we add that to 364, we get 365 and a quarter. Excuse me. So the cards are a calendar system. It's like all this information was hidden in plain sight from us. And again, look at this. So there's 52 cards. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. You have the four suits. So the four suits: hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. And we have the four seasons. 13 weeks in each season, 13 cards in each suit. Also, 13 cards in your life path. So, really, it's a mathematical explanation for our life here on Earth, and this is why I really feel that the cards, playing cards, offer us a really great tool for inner growth because we're not using divination, we're using a fractal mathematical system that shows us our patterns, shows us the energy of the cards ahead of time that we're going to have influencing us, and it lays out your entire life. It's like a blueprint for your life based on your birthday. So, what can we do when we look at spreads? We can identify your life purpose, find out what you can give to others, what special skill or gift you have for others when you'll meet someone, the type of people that are good for you in relationships, the type of people that are going to be a challenge. You could look at your physical health, your mental health. You could look at the connections between your relationships with your parents, your sister, your best friends, your lovers, teachers, worker, colleagues. You could look at what career is best for you based on your cards. You can look at whether you should invest in real estate. You can look at if you should start a business. What are the good energetic periods for that? Where should you be in terms of the year that are going to give you the best odds for creating something? It looks at your overall finances. It could look at plenty of things. And then there's also, when you're at work, you could look at how to become a better leader. You can look at relationship dynamics on teams. You could see if the role you're in is right for you. So a ton of mental health stuff. Certain cards have uh, different health issues, whether they're physical or mental, associated with them. And, studying the cards gives you that inner awareness and makes you more conscious in understanding, what some of your karmic challenges will be in this lifetime. All right, so based on your birthday, we have a pretty simple formula to figure out what your birth cards are, and that formula is multiplying. That formula is taking the month times your birthday. I'm so sorry. That is so far off. It's your birth month times 2 plus your birthday, and then subtracting that from 55. So for example, let's see, if you're born on June 2nd, you would do June, which is 6 times 2 is 12, and then you would add 2 to get 14. 55 minus 14 is 41, and 41 is associated with the 2 of spades. So the 2 of spades is your birth card. Now, if you were born on June 2nd, you're ruled by Mercury, and guess what? Your Mercury card is an 8 of hearts, so you are 2 of spades and 8 of hearts, and here you can see the life path for that 2 of spades, 8 of hearts. And again, I'm going through this really quickly. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to cardpsychology.com. You can follow me on YouTube. You can go to my Substack, that is also linked in my YouTube page, to really learn about the cards. And that's completely free, donation-based, just to study this ancient information that is really hidden in plain sight. Also with the cards, you're going to have every year, you're going to have a Mercury period, a Venus period, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, but you also have that for your entire lifetime. So when we look at the spread, we're going to read from right to left and from top to bottom. When we get to the bottom, we'll go back up to the top. So just to give you a little bit, an example here, if I'm a 2 of spades as my birth card, my Mercury card is the 8 of hearts, my Venus card is the 6 of clubs, my Mars card is the 6 of spades, the Queen of hearts is my Jupiter card, 10 of clubs is my Saturn card, 8 of diamonds is my Uranus, King of spades is my Neptune, and then I have a Pluto card, the 3 of hearts, and this is connected to a cosmic reward card or a result card, the Ace of clubs. I won't get into the last 3 cards yet, but as you can see when we're looking at the spread, again, we're going right to left. We go back up to the top, right to left, and you work your way down, right to left. So that's how you're going to kind of read these spreads. The other thing I wanted to, kind of introduce you to is the karmic wheel of life. So each of us has a karmic card. Karmic cards associated with our birth cards. And what I think is really interesting is that karma, what we give comes back to us, right? Well, as a 2 of spades, my karma is the 6 of spades. The karma for the 6 of spades is the 9 of spades. Karma of the 9 of spades is the King of hearts. So in our lifetime, when we're born, say, a King of clubs that had a karma of 2 of spades, the King of clubs has to work at the attributes of the 2 of spades: partnership, cooperation, work partners, working with others and compromising, having conscious relationships. And for the King of clubs, they have to kind of give that. They have to give that a really good try, and they need to work on that as a lifetime challenge in their life. So, what goes around comes around. The karmic wheel for the cards. But, on the other side of this, we also have good karma. So, If you're a two of spades, your positive karma in this lifetime is the king of clubs because the king of clubs is paying you their karmic due in a way. The two of spades is paying the six of spades its karmic due, but the six of spades is receiving the benefits of the two of spades. So we could just go up here. If you're a ten of hearts and you have a five of spades as your good karma, you're going to receive the positive attributes of that five of spades card. You're going to receive, like you'll be great at traveling for your work or, uh, you know, forming new ways of conscious thinking for yourself and for others, usually through travel. The Queen of Hearts here, she receives the Nine of Clubs, good karma, but she has to give to the Ten of Spades. So a lot of Queen of Spades, their karma is the Ten of Spades, and they overdo it with work. All they do is work uh, to the point where they could physically hurt themselves, tire themselves out. Uh, they're overthinkers. So, you see this karma wheel. So just remember what you work towards and what you give this way will ultimately come back to you through all these cards. That's all I want to show there. Let's see what else we have. Let's talk about the spreads a little bit. This is the grand solar spread. Okay? Now, this is what you were looking at before. And the way we read the grand solar spread is, again, we go right to left, top to bottom, bottom back to top. And the spread is made up of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune lines or rows. But we also have a Mercury column, a Venus column, a Mars column, Jupiter column, Saturn column, Uranus, Neptune column, and so on. We also have here the crown line. Now the crown line, these cards kind of function a little bit differently, but they look down on the rest of the spread essentially. And the Eight of Diamonds is known as the Sun card of the deck. Michael Jordan's an Eight of Diamonds. You have powerful people in this position that don't play by the same rules as the rest of the spread. They're in the Jupiter column. They have a very pretty blessed life for the most part. And this is an important position to know when you're going to be in during the year. So people that travel through the crown line, this is like the line of fame in a lot of ways. It can help you reach the pinnacle of your career or become famous or become recognized for your work when you're in this period, or take your full power with the King of Spades. So let's go through some. Let's go through a couple of these here. This is a good line here. You have a Mars line. All right, let's start here. So let's take for example this Mars line here. Let's say you're a King of Hearts birthday. King of Hearts birthday is 8/26. That's one example. And since they're a Virgo, they're ruled by Mercury. Their Mercury card is the King of Diamonds. So you have the King of Hearts as the birth card, the Sun card. The King of Diamonds is the Mercury card. The Six of Hearts is their Venus card in this lifetime. Four of Clubs and Mars. Two of Diamonds in Jupiter. Jack of Spades and Saturn. Eight of Clubs in Uranus. Six of Diamonds in Pluto. I'm sorry, Six of Diamonds in Neptune, and then Four of Spades in Pluto. So let's just talk about this. So when you get this blueprint for your life, or this energy map as a King of Hearts, you could do a couple things where, if we zoom in on the King of Hearts, I'm not sure, it's going to be a little blurry probably. You're going to look at a King of Hearts card and see that they have this um, knife in some ways, sticking behind their head. The King of Hearts is very emotional. They could be a petty tyrant. Um, they can be a mean king, an emotional king. But they're also stepping into their leadership of the king and their authority and taking their power and leading people, having a really high EQ, leading people's hearts, really. You have the King of Diamonds and Mercury, so this would be how someone thinks. This would be how someone communicates. This would be, this also rules writing. So, with the King of Diamonds, you have another king, a very powerful person that could abuse their power. They're also known as a mean king as well. They have one eye on the orb, so they are somewhat blinded to their faults, and they only see things from one perspective in life. You could see him kind of looking at this diamond right here. That's all he sees, and he lives a life of double standards and seeing things from only one perspective. And that's how they might think, that's how they might talk. The Six of Hearts and Venus, hearts obviously is love, relationships, and Venus rules the home, it rules the feminine. You're going to have people with sixes generally who, sorry, going to have people with sixes that they can get into like relationship ruts. They can get competitive in relationships. It takes them a long time to get into something. It could take them a long time to get out of something. They also might have six as a number of karma, and they might have karmic relationships come through that teach them lessons in this lifetime. So that's their Venus card. To that Mars card. So, their Mars card is going to tell you what they feel passionate about, what their purpose may be, what their legal karma is like in this lifetime. So you have the Four of Clubs. You have like these great builders. They build a box of information. They build a sturdy foundation, very organized. It's very much a Virgo card of organization and perfection in some ways, strong thoughts, strong, passionate thoughts, and ways of thinking. So a lot of these people are very good organizers. They like to assemble knowledge in an orderly fashion. Jupiter is your gift. So Jupiter is going to give you, um, all the benefits of the card, and you're not going to really receive any negatives of a card when in Jupiter. Jupiter helps us expand. It helps us learn where we can make money in our life. And, with the two diamonds in Jupiter, these people would be really good at making money with partnerships with their friends. That would come easy to them, and they would experience kind of good one on one working partnerships that bring profits. Jack of Spades and Saturn. So, Saturn is our challenge card in this lifetime. It's our challenge card in this lifetime, and if you receive the positive side of Jupiter and Saturn, you really receive the negative side of these cards, the negative expression. So the Jack of Spades is known as the thief card in this life, and they're very deceptive, but they're very smart. They blur the boundaries. They might not know what the truth even is, and that's something that a King of Hearts in this lifetime would have to deal with in their Saturn position, which is a lesson they need to learn, that They need to open themselves up to higher awareness, higher spiritual principles, uh, dive into consciousness and spiritual study. It's a very powerful card, and they're really smart, but a lot of them turn away from the spiritual side of it, which will always bring more benefits to them in the long run, even materialistically speaking. So this is a challenge for them. And then it's also, for people to understand if someone's a King of Hearts, that they have this possibility of a dishonesty streak. They have this possibility of being deceptive. 8 is a power number, and really any position it's in is going to help to override any negative influences. When we have an 8 of clubs in Uranus, um, it helps these people have access to knowledge, and it gives them power, like in real estate deals, or any like labor relations deals. Uranus is really a super Mercury in a lot of ways. So you have that great brain power in Uranus for these people, which is a higher octave of Mercury. So basically guarantees people are successful in their Uranus period, but also in Uranus related activities. And Uranus also rules things like the internet and new forms of communication, electronic communication. Then we go to Neptune. So Neptune is our ruler of hopes and fears. It's what we dream about. It also relates to how well we deal in like foreign lands across waters. Neptune is water. I think it's really icy cold planet, but it's water frozen there, and Neptune also makes us super dreamy. So it could be like what we are dreaming about. And here, this person would have a 6 of diamonds in Neptune. Um, and the sixes are really like kind of even keeled. Like there's a streak of justice with sixes that you're gonna get like your karmic due. Um, it could also be when they discover their life purpose. A lot of times we have a 6, we discover our life purpose, but it's really just telling these people that um, they have to be honest about their financial dealings, and uh, everything's going to be fair that happens in terms of their finances, especially in that time period. The sixes get into ruts though, so like anything else, it could be like the rut of a business related journey, or it takes a really long time. So these things are just slow to kind of play out. But this is the grand solar spread. So this is the main spread we use for our lifetime cards, our life path cards. Um, and then what's really cool about this is you can see your Jupiter cards. I mean, not your Jupiter cards, your karma cards based on the past life spread. Let's see here. Just make sure that you're getting the whole picture of the spread. There's a little bit delay on YouTube. This is my Substack, by the way. So you can subscribe to this. It's called Card Psychology. It's completely free to read, and I talk all about the cards. So, okay, just want to make sure that you can see everything. So, I just showed you this grand solar spread. Uh, in this book, they called it the mundane spread, the current life spread, whatever you might want to call that. And then on the left, we have what's called the perfect spread. So, the perfect spread starts with Ace of Hearts, 2 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, goes in perfect order of its suit, and then Ace of Clubs, all the way to King of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, all the way to King of Diamonds, and then we finish off with Spades. You'd see the Jack of Spades, Queen of Spades, and King of Spades all are in the crown line in the natural spread, the perfect spread, or the past life spread, whatever you want to call it. So, when we're looking at cards like this, there's a very easy way to find out what your karma card is. Your karma card basically is the spot that you're sitting in the mundane spread. It's that same exact spot in the past life spread. So for an ace of clubs, their karma card is a two of hearts. Now, for karma cards, we receive the negative side or expression of those cards, and this is kind of serves as a lifetime challenge for you to work through. And so understanding what your negative karma is really helpful for knowing what some of your challenges are going to be. And they're most likely you're expressing that card and the lower expression. And the goal is for us to get to the high expression. So, for example, what's an easy one here? The Two of Diamonds. Two of Diamonds are here on this earth and they're making business deals and they're partnering with their friends to make money. Their karma is the Six of Clubs. Well, the Six of Clubs means that I need to learn how to tell the truth and I need to be honest in the words I speak, the words I write. And they might not be doing this on purpose, but it's just something that they lean towards in this lifetime, that they've received this negative karma that they have to work through. The Six of Clubs at their best is a messenger of information. They tell the truth, they're honest, they are a vessel that can communicate information to help others in this world. And that's what the Two of Diamonds needs to work on, is uh, not playing with their words, not pretty much not lying. Let's take another example. The Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts means self-love. These people think about themselves first. LeBron James is an Ace of Hearts, January 30th. They can't help but have a worldview where they really see, they start the sentence with, I feel, or I think, or I am, I love. Whereas a Two of Hearts would say, we love, or, what's good for the partnership. Well, the ace is single, it equals the number one. But look at their karma card. Their karma card is the Ace of Diamonds. And the Ace of Diamonds is all about self-worth. So you have in this lifetime the Ace of Hearts, who needs to learn about self-love and uh, needs to do things that make them feel loved by themselves. But they also have this negative karma of not having self-worth and measuring their self-worth probably only by their bank account. So they have this double ace influence where they really need to work on their confidence and their self-worth through different ways other than just money or the number of partners they have or relationships. Let's do one more. Seven of Clubs is a good one. The Seven of Clubs, one birthday is 427. They are, you could see this as one of the asymmetrical cards in the deck. If you flip it the other way, you can see that the 7 would have a pip, lower here. And so it could go, the 7 could be really positive, the 7 could be really negative. Clubs rules the mind. So we have this really positive thinker or really negative thinker in this lifetime. And a lot of 7 of Clubs are diagnosed as bipolar or have mental health issues because of this energy pattern that is given to them through the 7 of Clubs. We also have a lot of famous 7 of Clubs, like Matthew Perry was a 7 of Clubs. There are a lot of famous people that had this depression or negative thinking, but they were famous. And they were famous because they have an 8 of Diamonds as their first karma card. So that first karma kind of puts them into the spotlight. Remember where the 8 of Diamonds sits. It's the sun card of the deck up here. So these people, they do make it into the spotlight. And unfortunately, a lot of times the spotlight focuses on, whether Robin Williams was a 7 of Clubs too. This depression that exists for them, even though they're in the spotlight. The Eight of Diamonds is going to give that to them. Now let's talk about your positive karma in this life. If you are Two of Spades, you look to see where the Two of Spades is on the past life chart. Well, the Two of Spades is here. Now, who sits in the Two of Spades position in the current life? The King of Clubs. So the King of Clubs is the positive karma for the Two of Spades. Let me just show you that again. If I'm a Two of Spades, I look in the past life to see where this Two of Spades sat, and I go to that position in the current life spread, which is the King of Clubs. So, unlike the negative karma, with your positive karma, you're going to receive all the positive benefits that the King of Spades has. King of knowledge, learning things really quickly, having a great mind, being pretty smart. It gives the Two of Spades ability to be pretty smart and do it without having to really study or try that hard sometimes, because they just have that gift from the King of Clubs. Let's do another one. If I am a Ten of Diamonds in this life, my first negative karma is the Queen of Clubs. All right? Well, what's my positive karma? I go and find the Ten of Diamonds, which is right here. And my positive karma is the Queen of Spades. So the Queen of Spades positive karma is going to give me basically mastery over myself. And that is just a gift that I have, whether it's conscious awareness, internal leadership, leading by example. Queens always lead by example. And Spades is work, health. Spades is work, health, consciousness, spirituality. So the Ten of Diamonds is just given this gift that it's easy for them to have self-mastery. The Ten of Diamonds is also called the most blessed card in the deck. And I wonder if that's part of the reason why. I mean, they are right in the middle of the deck in the Jupiter-Jupiter position. But so they're in the spotlight, they're in the center of it all. If a Ten of Diamonds walks into a room, you notice them. It's like 10 diamonds are sparkling. These people have a glow, and it's just a gift that they have that people notice them. They're in the middle of it all. But they also have this gift of self-mastery, which I think helps. Let's see, is there anything else to cover? So that's your... All right, so that's your positive karma. So when you look at this life spread, you have a couple cards that could tell you a lot about yourself. You have, let's say, your two birth cards. We go back to a regular spread. You have, let's say, your two birth cards. Some people have three if they're a Scorpio. You have your lifetime Saturn card. So lifetime Saturn for a Ten of Diamonds, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn would be the Five of Hearts. That would mean that the challenge for the Ten of Diamonds with the Five of Hearts is that they have a very restless heart. They have a lot of focus on finding a new love, and then once they get there, they're dissatisfied. It's the dissatisfied heart card. It's the divorce card. So relationships will be a challenge for them because they will always be looking for the next best thing. And that's something for them to work through and to identify that pattern and become aware that this is what they do, and that, really that emotional restless lies within them, and that's something that they have to fix, and they have to find ways to do things they love, and give themselves love. So you have the Saturn card, and then the next card that's really tough that brings rapid transformation is Pluto. So Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. For the Ten of Diamonds, for as blessed of a card as it is, they have this difficult Saturn with the Five of Hearts. And then their Pluto, they have a Nine of Hearts, which is going to teach them that they need to learn to let go of maybe relationships that aren't working, things in their home that are not working. This is a card of universal love, and they must give to others that love that they are seeking. And when they give to the universe, when they give to others and give without attachment, give without expectation, that's when that Pluto card for them helps them transform into being very, very blessed. And that's, the result for them is non-attached mind, non-attached to an idea, a relationship, which is the purest form of love when you're not attached to something. So, you have those two challenge cards there, and then you have your karma cards, which we just went through. So again, if I'm a 10 of diamonds, I have a queen of clubs as my first karma card, my negative karma. What does that tell me? That tells me that the queen of clubs, on the negative side of that, they could be super impatient. They could be kind of like tough on you with their words, quick and abrupt. So it makes them, a little temperamental sometimes. They're also a little too perfectionistic sometimes. So that's something that the Ten of Diamonds probably has to deal with. Uh, and then, of course, your second card, let's say you were, Ten of Diamonds and Ace of Hearts, you would have, a second karma card of, sorry, a second first karma card of the Ace of Diamonds, negative karma. So you have two negative karmas and you have two positive karmas. So you have all these cards that could really give you insight into your life here on Earth, and that's just for your life path. You have a spread for every year of your life, and your card changes position. Let me see if I can pull that up. It's up here. So you have your age zero spread, which is the grand solar spread. And let's just follow it. So let's say, let's pick a card. Let's say you're three of clubs. So your three clubs at your birth, you have all these cards: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. That's for your lifetime. Well, where does the three of clubs go at age one? And this is all through quadration. It's mathematically a fractal system where our three of clubs, now our three of clubs this year, we're displacing the five of diamonds. That's where the five of diamonds usually sits. And now we're playing the life of a five of diamonds for a year with a new Mercury card for the year, a new Venus card, a new Mars card, a new Jupiter card, all the way down. So three of clubs age one. At age two, where's the three of clubs? And where is it? Three of clubs at age two. So now we're playing the nine of diamonds. We're displacing that for the year. That's our karma for the year, is that nine of diamonds. So we're going to have to go through the challenges that a nine of diamonds would go through and really experience life from their point of view with all new planetary cards: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. At age three, where's the three of clubs now? Three of clubs is displacing the queen of diamonds. So a whole different life view, a whole different experience here. And this continues. Um, and this tells you a lot throughout the year. So let's see, let's throw the software here. Let me just get the name off. Let's say I'm born a king of diamonds, eight of clubs. All right, so um, king of diamonds, eight of clubs, and I was born on January 14th. Well, January 14th is my birthday, and I enter my Mercury period on my birthday of each year. So your birth year really starts on your birthday. For the next 52 days, you're in Mercury. You're playing the cards in your Mercury spread. And then you go into your Venus cards. So 3-7, this person enters their Venus cards. So now they're focused on relationships, love, the home, feminine qualities. Um, yeah, stuff related to all to Venus. Venus is a pretty positive period. It's almost like a Jupiter in many ways. You're receiving good benefits of these cards in your spread. And then you enter Mars. So Mars represents your legal karma for the year. These would be the Eight of Diamonds would be a good card. The Six of Spades would not be such a good card. Nine could represent endings, and Jack of Spades could mean deception. So, not very good legal karma for this year if this person was to get into something. But it could also represent, uh, you know, passionate pursuits of making money. It could be the ending of something that she was working on or he was working on, or an idea or a way of thinking. So Mars really rules our male, aggressive, dominated energies. Then we go to Jupiter, where we receive all the positive aspects of the cards in this period. So 619, this person enters Jupiter. They're in this period for 52 days until they enter Saturn for the year. So now in their Saturn period, a lot of us get sick. Saturn is the planet of constriction, teaches us lessons, karma. So they have an Ace of Spades, Jack of Clubs for this year in their Saturn position. The Ace of Spades definitely will be the death and rebirth of a lifestyle or a way of thinking, or uh, maybe the feat of consciousness where they have to work really hard for it. They do have a King of Hearts and a Four of Clubs here, so Four of Clubs should offer a satisfactory ending mentally. King of Hearts is a power card that gives you power to overcome for the most part. And then we go into Uranus on 10-1, 52 days after Saturn. This is where we look at our real estate for the year. We look at labor issues, if we want to invest in real estate. And then you could see what someone's kind of dreaming about or hoping about or fearing for the year by looking at their Neptune cards. So your Neptune cards are going to tell you kind of what your deep down desires and dreams are, and or what you're afraid of. And then you're going to have a Pluto card for the year. So you have a Pluto tied to a result cosmic reward card, and basically working on your Pluto card, the negative side of it. For the Seven of Hearts, it would be getting over a fear of abandonment and not being attached in relationships. Is going to give us this very spiritual initiation, into the more conscious realm, collective consciousness. That the Jack of Spades is this spiritual initiate that can have a step in the mundane world and the spiritual world, and really initiate us into a higher realm of consciousness. So, by taking a more spiritual approach to relationships, non-attached approach, this person could see, really great um, spiritual progress by doing that. And so that's what we look at for the year. We have karma cards for the year. We have, long range cards that tell us basically what our goals for the year or what our focus will be for the year. For this person, Ten of Hearts, social success, or being really social, being around a lot of people. Eight of Diamonds, infinite money, taking power, healing people. So, there's stuff that will be a focus for this person that kind of goes with them all through the year. But then these planetary periods give you more specific, specific dates and energy that's going to be affecting you just for that period. So these are really important. I think that's good for today. It was a little sloppy, but I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So if you have any questions, visit cardpsychology.com, or follow me on Substack. I'm also on Twitter. You can message me there. I'm on Instagram. You could find me there as well. And it's all about just finding out how to play your cards right and the energy right that you were dealt at life. All right, thanks.